Hello again, and this is day 2 of rebooting my studio. And I realised that yesterday I didn't give you a very good introduction to myself. My name is Alex. I run Muse Portraits here in Suffolk, in the UK. I've been in this location for 6.5 years. Although I've been a photographer now in one form or another for the last sort of 30 or so years. The whole point of this series of videos is to give give me and give you guys a document of how rebooting my studio is going to go. I haven't had any clients in for the last 4 months for various obvious reasons, so this is really a good idea to sort of start with a blank slate and see what's working, what's not. So it's always good to have something to measure against, and probably the things that I use most in my business to measure how well I'm doing are both the number of sessions and the average sale per session. The last 4 years, the average turnover in the studio has been £65,000, which is, for a one-person band, I think okay. It's not mind blowing. I certainly know other studios are doing far more than I am. But then again, that they have other staff and what have you. And this is sort of the 65 to about sort of 75 turnover mark is where I'm sort of fairly comfortable. Anything north of 85 here in the UK, you have to start charging VAT, which is a whole another thing we won't just get into. VAT is basically sales tax. So I do £65,000 on average over the last 4 years, and my average sale is £355, which again is not amazing. It's average. It's an average. It could be better, but I know maybe there's some of you who are watching this who go, "Wow, that's quite a lot." The thing is, you don't judge yourself against anybody else. Just do what works for you. So these are the figures that I have for myself. I'm basically a promotional driven studio, as a lot of portrait studios are. So I offer some sort of promotion, whether it's a free session or a voucher giveaway, a raffle donation, gift voucher sales, just sort of any excuse to invite people into the studio so they can experience what it is that I offer. So we do a family shoot on spec, and then with the idea that I will sell them something at the viewing. So that's really sort of where it works. So invite people in, they come in for free, they get the session plus maybe an 8-inch print or something like that. Something that has a bit of value but nothing too much, and then they will spend some money with me in an ideal world. Not to say that everybody does. You do get a percentage of people who are going to spend nothing, but then again, there are also people who come in on these promotions who will spend £3,500 in one session. So it's swings and roundabouts, but it's all about how you set up the process. And throughout these videos, I'm going to talk a lot about process because that's certainly an important stage. So hopefully that sort of sets the scene of where I was previously. This is going to be a really good opportunity to rebuild the studio and the business and using what I've learned for the last sort of 4 years that I've taken marketing my photography seriously and certainly improving things. So it'll be interesting to see how putting those lessons into practice will have a positive effect on the studio. So where I stand right now is that I have decided to hold fire on any of my own marketing efforts, so that's kind of Facebook ads and what have you, and just rely solely on the leads that I'm getting from a company that supplies data about sort of babies and voucher sales that come from a third party. So these are sessions that are booked in from me for babies and families, but by a third party, so people come into the sessions. I do pay some money for those up front, so I think it off the top of my head, it averages around about £30 a session. Based on the same premise, they come in, it's a free session, and they will get something from that. My job is to upsell, and that's where I would make my money. So at the moment, while everything's just kind of sort of finding a new level, I'm just going to let them do their thing, and fill up my diary with those sessions while I formulate a better, proper plan to getting people through the door on my own sort of cognizance and through my own bat. And that's kind of where we are. I'm always happy to answer any questions about what it is that I'm doing, what's sort of working, and hopefully, we'll share these through these videos with you guys. And I really hope that you'll come along for the journey and find it very useful. Anyway, thanks ever so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.